Hello and welcome to Sulzemoos, which is the north of Munich. It is the largest in Europe collection of used motorhomes. So if you're thinking of buying anything, you don't really know what to buy and you can't get to the Dusseldorf Trade Fair or Stuttgart Trade Fair or something like that, then you certainly would want to come here. In fact, if you're thinking of going to Birmingham NEC, if you're in the UK, then I'd really say that's a complete waste of time compared to coming to here. This is far better. It's indescribably far more vans. This case here, I'm going to show you this one here. It's an A68. For some reason, A680 written up there. I don't know why. This is a A68 from Sunlight. It is on a 3.5 ton basis, 42,000 kilometers on the clock. It was went into circulation in March 2013, so it's been on the go now. It's 7 years old and probably about 12 years old by the time this gets published. It's cost 35,000 euros, and it has these things. So it's got the chassis packet, and well, we'll have a look inside at some of the features of it. 663 centimeters in length, 310 height point, 232 width, and let's go inside. Now this has got a bed up there, as you'd expect, an overcab model. Mind you, not all overcabs have the bed up here. Not accessible via a ladder. Rear bench and forward bench. The rear bench has got seat belts so you can accommodate 6 people. The table will go down. You make a bed there as well if you want. So you've got 2 double beds. Oh, two double beds and 2 bunks at the back. So I'll take you down to the bunks at the back. There's somebody, I think he's an Indian, and he keeps asking me to show vans which can take large families. Now, I've got to say, in my experience, with the exception of Sicily, I haven't noticed many large families on the road, and I do have a fair bit of experience in these matters. Right, so I've got a large wardrobe. Below that, in that compartment down there, we've got the boiler. Coming through here, we've got the separate shower and toilet. Notice there's a step up like that. The toilets sort of have evolved since this was built, I think, so it looks a bit different. I'd have to say it's in remarkably good condition considering it's 7 years old. At least, sorry, that's the way it looks to me now. I mean, I might just fall to bits as soon as you drive it outside, but it seems to be in quite good nick. And let's have a look in here. Look at that fridge. It's 7 years old. It's as though it hasn't been used. Maybe they kept it as an investment and then drove it around for 50,000 kilometers to make it look old. That was a bit of humour on my part. So you've got this magnificent work area as well. And look at that size of that sink. And that was me thinking that big sinks are something new. So in 2013, they were already out. My first films actually date to 2012, so I would have shown the 2013 line from I went to the Dusseldorf Trade Fair Caravan Salon in August 2012. So that's my very first motorhome films you can see from that event. I didn't film anything from Sunlight at that event, so I suppose looking back on it now, looking back at it now as a historian, because obviously that's my, maybe not obviously, but that's some of my big interest in life's history. But looking back as a historian, that would have been really curious to see now. Now, in newer vans, this bit here comes up. Let's see if it does. Yes, that definitely will move up. So that moves up like that. And that gives more room for the driver and passenger. I'll bring it down again. So when you do things like this, you need 2 people. Right, Fiat 6-speed gearbox. Oh, for 2013. Seems to me as though the Fiat hasn't really evolved much here in the last 7 years, unlike the Mercedes. And of course, it's an unfortunate comparison to actually make. Fiat, the boss at Fiat told me there'll be a new Ducato out in 2024, I think he said, or suggested. Right, I'll show you 2 other vans, which are somewhat similar. This one here, I haven't got a price for it, and nor do I have any details, but it's I think it's slightly newer, and we'll have a look inside anyway. Now, personally, I'd rather have a this type of layout at the back, a double bed at the back. That's what I want, and I know that I'm in a minority, at least in this country, in Germany. And people want what I now call the German layout. And there's the garage. Oh, considering there's no light, so there is a light in here. In fact, there's a light at each end, but that's come out quite well, I think. It comes out on your screen as well as it's coming out on my screen anyway. Got a boiler down there. There's your boiler. You've got something here actually. This releases the water, and if you don't want the water to be released, you can actually hold it with a clothes peg. Stops it getting released. But if it goes below freezing, it's released for a reason, and that is to protect it. And if it goes below freezing, you might find yourself needing a new pump or even a new boiler. So before doing that, think, is the water worth €3,500, which is what the boiler is going to cost you, along the lines of. If anybody knows the details, then yeah, I think I know what year this is actually, but I don't want to say just in case I'm wrong. But it'll be in the comments below. A nice feature here. You've got a flat floor down there. See? I like that. And of course, this pushes up once more. So to finish off this little expose of 3 vans which are somewhat similar, well actually we've got another one. We've got a Chausson Flash there, which I can't get into because it's locked, and we've got other here's a Death Left's Advantage T611, and there's a Heimer Tramp 614CL. Well, these are low profile models. There we have T64. I think it's meant to be not 640. We'll have a look at this one to finish off with. There we go. This is the Death Left's Trend A6977, very similar model. Death Left's also a company owned by the Humor Group, or Heimer Group if you like. 57,500. It's got on the clock 6,208 kilometers, 706 centimeters long, 319 wide. This was registered in May 2019, so obviously it's been used as a demonstration model. Right, what does that mean as far as price is concerned? Is it significantly cheaper? It seems to me it's a fair bit cheaper, but the thing with motorhomes is this: it's what you're paying for when the differences is largely equipment. And you may have seen films I've done where the equipment could even be 65% of the overall price. And I think I'd like you to bear that one in mind. Here are the showers hidden behind here. It's down there. So prices always before. Oh, that's too expensive. But you see, this is very similar. Got a large wardrobe. A difference here is though, you can actually get into the boiler from up the top. I don't know what you want that for, but there may be a reason for it. Okay, right. Well, so there I've given you a quick look around these vans here. I hope you found that of interest, and if you did, then you'll subscribe and you might want to consider supporting me on Patreon.